welcome back to my channel. We're gonna start out today's vlog with some book mail. I literally just got this a couple of minutes ago and I don't remember what it is because it is from an order where I pre-ordered 2 or 3 books. So we will see what this probably new release is together. Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver apparently came out very recently because I remember pre-ordering this. I really like Wild Love and I read it a couple weeks ago, so I decided to pre-order this one. This is, I think, a 4-part series. This is going on my TBR shelf. This might actually be one of the few romances that I'm gonna read and follow. A rugged mountain town seemed like the perfect escape from a life in shambles until she ran into the world's hottest single dad. That also sounds like a cozy fall book in my opinion, so this is going on the shelf. I haven't updated my journal in a while. This is my book journal and like a personal journal combined. It's looking like in the middle. I haven't journaled for like weeks, like putting actual like TBR pages and like photos in. So this morning when I went to the gym, I got 2 sheets of photos. We have all of the covers from the books that I read in August, then from our Croatia trip, more Croatia trip, then the books that I've read in September so far, and we're gonna cut them out and include them in here. I actually am not gonna do like a full September TBR page because I just want to read whatever fantasy book that I'm in the mood for, but I still want to make a September page so that when September is over I can print out all the pictures of the books, all the covers of the books that I've read and include them in, so I just know what I read. So yeah, we're gonna start with that. And also I found the full Twilight movie with subtitles, but it's fine, on YouTube for free. I also just now, like a couple minutes ago, ordered the whole Twilight, like all of the Twilight movies, all of the Harry Potter movies, and all 3 of the Hobbit movies from Rebuy. So they were like pretty cheap. They were like €1 or €2 each film. Because of all of them I got like the set, the box thing, because it's so frustrating whenever you want to watch a movie and those are the only movies that I actually want to watch, and then whenever I want to watch them they're not available anywhere. I think Hobbit is available on like Amazon right now, but I don't feel like watching that. I feel like watching Twilight, and the YouTube version, it has subtitles and the quality is kind of bad, and I really want to like have some movies at home, because we used to, when I was a kid, we used to have this like big drawer full of movies, and I know that the Harry Potter movies were in there, but whenever I ask my family they're nowhere to be found. So I think we misplaced them somewhere or just got rid of them, I don't know. But soon I'm gonna have my own little movie set. I think I'm gonna make room for them like somewhere in the bookshelf because I think that kind of matches. But yeah, I'm so excited for them to get here. But yeah, less rambling, more cutting out all of these pictures.
About 3 things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire.
So here's what the August spread is looking like. I unfortunately printed A Court of Mist and Fury twice and forgot A Court of Frost and Starlight. That's supposed to go here, so I'm gonna have to glue that in later once I print out something again. But this is the cute little August page with the picnic blanket, and this is my TBR for August. I didn't stick to this for the most part, but it's fine, it still looks really cute. Literally perfect timing. The movie just ended and I finished my September spread so far. I don't know what to say about this. It's not very pretty. My favorite thing are the little mushrooms, but not even they are very pretty. But this is what it's looking like. I have space for like 4 more books. I'm thinking I'm only gonna have time to read 8 books, which is actually a lot already. But if I end up reading more, I have more space down here than up here, so I could add 12 books in total, which would be absolutely insane, but who knows. And then I also did a little Croatia spread with a lot of my little summer stickers that I got from Flying Tiger a couple months ago. And then this is the August page with A Court of Frost and Starlight missing because I printed out A Court of Mist and Fury twice. I think this one might be my favorite page so far, like TBR wise. I started Powerless this morning at the gym because there is, actually I started it last night. I read 2 chapters and then I listened to it at the gym because it is available for free on Spotify. And I actually have a long drive to a lake today because I'm doing a photo shoot there. So we're gonna do a little drive with me while listening to Powerless. And I'm very excited for it. So I'm about to head out. I am super tired and it's an hour drive there and an hour drive back. So I got myself a little Monster Energy. I am trying not to drink so many energy drinks because I don't drink coffee. But then if I don't drink coffee, I should be like better and not have energy drinks instead. So I'm listening to Powerless as an audiobook on the drive there. I am starting chapter 6, but I think since like I started the car, it like started running, so I'm gonna have to go back a little bit. So far, I like the book. I'm not super like obsessively into it yet. That might change because I'm only on chapter 5.
Myself a moment to take in the sights and smells of Flute, neither of which are very pleasant.
around where the trials are starting, and I think it's really like getting interesting now. And I always love duos that have two just like letters as names, so Pay and A, as in Gossip Girl, S and B, or Riverdale, V and B. Those are always like the best duos. So I am about to leave. It was a really good shoot. And now we're back to listening to Powerless. I'm about like right where the trials start, or like 2 weeks prior they just took Pay, or like they picked her up or whatever. So now I think that's chapter 10. So now I am about to start chapter 11. I have about an hour drive home, which means that I should be almost at 200 pages I think when I arrive home. If it were like misty today or foggy, I think that would be almost as if we were in Twilight, because it is like kind of not narrow roads but like roads with trees on both sides, and then if the fog were in the middle, that would be really cool. It is the perfect fall weather today. I am gonna be doing nothing but reading all day today, except for at night when I'm meeting with my friend. I went to this hyped up cinnamon roll place in my town. It's called Cinnamon Swirl. The packaging, 10 out of 10, very cute. And we got a just like regular one. This is a regular one, and then also one with apple. And these are supposed to be like the best cinnamon buns ever, like in town. So let's start out with the regular one. I already know this is gonna be good because I had this one before, but let's give it a try. 10 out of 10. And then they also do like a bunch of variations. We have the apple one, but they also have like pistachio. I saw one with like strawberry cheesecake, coffee, lemon, something, and a bunch more. But we decided to go get the apple one, so let's taste the apple. Cheers. That's really good. The apple really matches like the fall thing. I feel like apples are really like a fall food, like a fall not vegetable, a fall fruit. I'm also on like chapter 40 in Powerless, and I have to say, I mean, I knew this going into it, but it's very similar to the Hunger Games, and especially with the trials, there's just so many like very big similarities. I still like it. I think it's fun. I would like to see, I guess, more of the trials. I am listening to it on Spotify, as I've mentioned, and I think only reading it would take me way longer. Not only because obviously reading takes longer, but because I think it makes it easier to just listen to it and not having to pay attention that much, because I don't think it's going to be a 5-star book. Because with ACOTAR, the last one, I would not have wanted an audiobook because I just wanted to be in the book. But with this one, I'm fine with an audiobook. I think it's going to be like a 3 to 4 star. Obviously, I still have like probably 30% to go. I like it, but also because I read Powerless now, I kind of feel like I can't read The Hunger Games, like the 4th book, I guess, this like in the next couple of weeks or months, because I think I'm gonna be comparing them too much. I ended up listening to quite a big chunk more, and now I have 90 pages left, which that should probably be done in like an hour or 2. I do have to say, I really like the Spotify audiobook. I really like both the narrators and this book. I really wanted to love it, but I don't love it as much as some of the other fantasy like books and series I've read. So I think the audiobook is actually a good way for me to actually get through it kind of quickly. Also, I'm so happy about like the fall weather that we're having right now. It's so perfect, like rainy and like gloomy and chilly. I just love it. There's no better time of year for reading than this right now. So I think I mentioned this a couple times. I really wanted to love the book. I liked it, but I didn't love it because it was just too similar. Like so many scenes that I feel like I've like read or seen somewhere before, with the maze, obviously the trials with their powers. I think it's also a little bit similar to Divergent maybe, because they also have like powers, I guess, or skills, I don't remember exactly. So there's just a lot of things that feel like they have been repeated, but also the author was 18 years old when she wrote this. And if I mean, obviously I didn't, but if I had written a book when I was 18, it would have been like 15 times worse than this. It's not a bad book, I like it. I think it's gonna be 3 stars. I am excited for the next book. I might go buy it today. Maybe let's start with Powerful first. Maybe I'll get Powerful today. Hi. I was gone for like 3 hours and she's acting like I've been gone for 3 weeks. I just got back from hanging out with my friend at the bookshop and I didn't end up getting Powerful or Reckless because they only had the paperback version, and I talked about this so many times already, but I bought this specific hardcover version that I want in all of the, like in the rest of the series obviously. So I didn't end up getting that. Also they had the wrong, she's so sweet. They also had the wrong font and on the cover because mine, I put it away. Mine has like kind of a more basic font and not the like swirly font, and I now want the basic font of the other ones. But I did walk out with one thing. She's listening to me. So good. I did get The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I've been eyeing this book since probably like July, I want to say, or maybe even June. Every time I go into the bookshop, I'm like, should I get this? I don't know, because Ninth House is one of my favorite books of all time, and also Hellbent, and I cannot wait for the 3rd part. Six of Crows is also by Leigh Bardugo, and the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I heard that those 2 aren't like the best books ever because I think they're more like YA fantasy. I'm not quite sure. The cover is giving me the same vibe as Ninth House, so I'm thinking it's gonna be similar to that. I'm hoping. It's about Lucia, who uses magic to get through her days in Madrid, and she has like a talent for little miracles. And then there's also some immortal person who could prove deadly for them both, whoever the other person is. I'm not quite sure. Each time I look at it because of the cover, and it just looks interesting to me. I don't know. I will definitely be reading it this fall because it's just giving fall vibes. So I'll let you know what it's about actually once I've read it. But also I love that it's a standalone book because I cannot get into any more series. There's just too many series out there. Each of the series that are currently like on my radar have like 3 to 7 or 8 books, and that's just too much because I just need one book and then be done with the story. Obviously I love reading series, but I can only read so many books and if there's so many series that I can't get to any other books. Anyways, I'm rambling because I'm tired. I got this book at the bookshop. My friend and I had a great time, and I'm gonna go to bed now. So I hope you enjoyed this little bookish vlog, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Good night.